Cold War. Half of the world against the other half of the world. But if you haven't experienced it, most people in the United States had never experienced the Cold War. Over there, the Cold War was actually a little bit warmer than the rest of the world.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Words of patience. It was over 6 years ago, November 18th, 1981, that I first proposed what would come to be called the zero option. It was a simple proposal, one might say disarmingly simple. For the first time in history, the language of arms control was replaced by arms reduction. In this case, the complete elimination of an entire class of U.S. and Soviet nuclear missiles. But the importance of this treaty transcends numbers. We have listened to the wisdom of in an old Russian
The Cold War,
maxim.
I don't think, ever stopped. I think the Cold War reached a ceasefire.
Mr. General Secretary, though my pronunciation
The ideologies are still drastically different.
maxim is do no proviai.
When I got to Berlin, my thought process was extremely liberal. I was there for money, for education, for excitement. Day one, I was given the freedom to roam the city. Since it was a weekend, they didn't have anything for me until Monday. So I hopped a bus. It was free for military. And went to the infamous Checkpoint Charlie, which was a connecting point between the east and the west sides of Berlin. While there, I didn't cross into East Berlin, but they had an observation platform beside the wall. I climbed that observation platform and looked over, and there's not a soul to be seen. Everything is gray from soot. The only automobiles they have are two-cycle engine made out of cardboard, literally. You can still see bullet holes from World War II in the facades of the buildings. All the buildings along the wall are in disrepair. The windows are boarded up. There's no sound. There's dark smoke in the distance from fireplaces, from coal-burning furnaces. I always explained it as if you've seen The Wizard of Oz, it starts out in black and white, and Dorothy arrives in Oz and opens the door and it's full color. Reverse that. That's what I felt. I worked on a man-made hill that was made from the rubble of World War II. in the heart of West Berlin. The hill's name was Teufelsberg, which translated Devil's Mountain.
Whiskey, Oscar, Mike, Bravo, Alpha.
One of the first things we were told when we arrived at the site on Teufelsberg was that, and they called it when the balloon goes up, this place will be on lockdown. If the walls breached, if the fences around the facility were breached, the entire facility would be sacrificed, including the people inside. Which is why I'm a little evasive on some of the questions and some of the information that goes on over there, because everyone with that clearance took an oath of secrecy. And that oath has never been rescinded. My nerves were on edge a lot. And that translated into anger a lot of times. I think there were times when I let it get the best and better of me at home. So I credit my wife for keeping me and the kids in line.
Marvin Todd is my husband. We've been married almost 50 years. We had been married a few years when I got pregnant with Leah, our daughter Leah, and Marvin decided to join the Army while I was pregnant so that he could find a better job to support his family. I knew that what he was doing was important, so by the fact that he couldn't tell me things that he did or what he was involved with didn't really bother me. Having grown up in the time of the Cold War, there was always that fear with our generation. We were always afraid of the Russians. So having grown up with that fear, I didn't have any problems with him being secret. For me, my emphasis from those 3 years is the time I had to spend with my children. That's my favorite part.
I am Leah Smith. I am the oldest daughter of Marvin. And I think I was like 2.5 when we moved there and 5 when we left.
Right, I am Josh Todd, Leah's younger brother by 18 months, and son of Marvin and Leila Todd. And I actually turned 1 year old in Berlin, and we left when I was 4.
I do remember, I think this was Berlin, Halloween, like eating way too many Tootsie Rolls and getting sick, which is why I don't ever eat Tootsie Rolls ever again.
Was it Tootsie Rolls or candy corn?
It was Tootsie Rolls. I remember the Tootsie Rolls.
I think that growing up there, I like knowing that I got to spend 3 years there. So many people have now lived outside of the country. And even though I don't remember a whole lot about it, just to know that, I got to experience at least a part of that, especially while the wall was still up, and just be able to have that history to fall back on.